Today, we'll be talking about the Team Affinity cards that you need to add to your squad. I'm going to be giving you 6 pitchers, 3 of them relievers, 3 of them starters, and then I'm giving you 6 hitters. And coincidentally, there's going to be 3 lefties and 3 righties. I try to pick players that will impact your team immediately. And as you can see, I already have 9 of these Team Affinity bosses, and I'm going to be telling you which ones are the best. Now, obviously, you have to look at your squad and see where you're kind of weak. Bullpen is always going to be a key, especially because these bullpen arms are very good. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, and we're going to start with relief pitchers. And keep in mind, this is in no particular order. I'm going first here with Andrew Miller. As you can see, he's always very solid. He only has 3 pitches, but his arm angle is always very good. He also has 105 hits per nines with 117 clutch, and those are the main attributes that I look for in a pitcher. But if you look here, he has 99 break on his pitches. His primary pitch is a slider, and that's kind of like his out pitch. I think he's very effective, especially lefty-lefty. He's going to be very good to have. If you don't like Andrew Miller because he only has 3 pitches, then go ahead and get John Franco because he is very solid and he has 5 pitches. As you can see, 101 hits per nine, 112 clutch. Very well balanced. He doesn't throw hard at all with 63 velo, but he has a screwball as a primary pitch, sinker, slider, four seam, and circle change. His pitch control in all of them are pretty solid. The circle change at 76 is his worst pitch, and it's not even that bad. And as you can see, the break is pretty elite. Love having that 101 hits per nine with 112 clutch. Everything is just well balanced. The only bad one is velocity. He just doesn't throw hard, but he's going to be just fine. Now, the righty arm that you need to add is this Raleigh finger for the back end of your bullpen. He has 33 stamina, a little bit higher than the others, but 85 hits per nine is not elite, but he's still very good, especially early in the game. He has 111 clutch, but as you can see, his worst attribute is velo is 83. Everything is 83 or higher. Sinker slider kind of guy, a little bit of a funky delivery, and the sinker comes in at 93, 94, but that forkball coming in at 80, and that's going to get a lot of people to swing early and strike out. Raleigh finger is always going to be one of the best relievers coming out of the pen. He has a little bit of a 3/4 delivery with that sinker. Is tough to hit. That slider obviously is the out pitch. If we look at the quirks, he does have homebody, night player, stopper, and pickoff artist. I'm not sure you're going to be using pickoff artists a whole lot, but the others are fine. But this is definitely a must-have card and one of the cards I went to for first. So let's talk about the starting pitchers. For the Detroit Tiger, I'm going Jackson Joby. He looks pretty solid. 96 hits per nine, 99 clutch is very good, and he throws very hard. The only problem with him is that all of his pitches breaks to the same side. He doesn't have a sinker or a 2-seamer or anything like that. As you can see, a 4-seam cutter, circle change sweeper, and a curveball. But he can throw it at 99, and he also had that sweeper at 76. That's a big speed differential. He has that cutter at about 90, circle change 85. So he does have all of the different pitch speeds that you would need. I can't wait to try this card out. Another pitcher that looks very good, and from what I've seen is very good, Clay Buchholz. He has 83 hits per nines, 114 clutch, and 114 clutch from a starter is very good. Very high velo, very high break, and as you can see, it's with the sinker. He has 90 pitch control in the sinker with 92 breaks. Same with the 4-seam, 87 with the pitch control, circle change 85. So he's going to be able to dot that circle change as well. And on top of that, he has a cutter and a curveball. So he does have that sinker cutter, which are the meta pitches, and that's going to get you a lot of outs. Probably won't be getting a lot of strikeouts, but he's going to get the outs. And last but not least is Tom Glavine. As we can see, 102 stamina. He has 81 hits per nine with 73 clutch. That is not elite, but he's still going to get out. The reason why he's going to get out is because even though he doesn't have a sinker cutter combo, he has a sinker slider combo with a devastating circle change, and on top of that, a super slow sweeping curve. So this card is always going to be good. He's kind of like a Greg Maddux that always play kind of like above their attributes. And if we look at his control, he can dot pretty much every single pitch. Sinker at 93, circle change at 87, sweeping curve at 81. The slider, 4th pitch, is still at 75, and then 85 pitch control with a 4-seamer, and the break is not too shabby either. Sinker at 90, circle change at 93, sweeping curve at 87, and slider at 81, and that's the reason why I think he's going to be getting a lot of out. But let's move over to the hitters. And like I mentioned, I do have 6 hitters for you. This is going to be one of the outfielders. I have James Wood from the Nationals. Very well balanced. He lacks a little bit of power against lefties, but I love that he has 83 clutch to go along with his 86 contact against right and 83 against left. Defensively, he's not elite, obviously, with that 65 fielding, 50 reaction, but he does make up for it a little bit with that 83 speed. On top of that, he does have a very good swing. He is kind of tall, but his swing is very good. And so I think this is going to be a good, solid card. Another hitter that is basically a must add is this Bobby Grich, and it's a second baseman. And usually second baseman is a very weak position. He does have 83 contact and power against right, and then 98 contact with 72 power against left. That is very good. His clutch, it is a little bit on the low side, but other than that, he is very solid. solid. Gold defender over at second base. 63 speed is not elite, but he's definitely above average. And if we look at his quirks, he does have dead red, which is very important. He does have situational hitter, which excels at driving in a runner from third with less than 2 out. Now, I did get this card and I haven't tried him out yet, but I cannot wait to try him out and see how his swings play. Very well balanced. I wish his clutch was a little bit higher, but this is what the power curve has, right? Every single card that is going to be 85, 86, 87 overall, they're all going to have some holes in their attributes. Another card that I had to go get was this Babe Ruth. We all know about his swing. We've all used his 99 overall Babe Ruth every single year. And this is an 87 overall version. I have in parallel too, as you can see. 80 contact against right with 99 power, 101 contact against left with 85 power. Then he does have 74 clutch, which it's a little bit on the low end as well. And that's kind of like his weak spot. But the good thing about his bad defense and his bad speed is that he can actually play first base. You can try to hide him in the corner outfield, but if you can put him at first, it's going to be even better. And if we look at his quirks, he has basically all of them. First pitch hitter, so that means his PCI is going to be a little bit bigger on that first pitch. And then on face, so that means his PCI is going to be bigger when he has 2 strikes. So that's advantage for him. He has dead red, he has fighter, bad ball hitter, situational hitter, and that's the reason why Babe Ruth is a must-have in your squad. Plus, he's Babe Ruth. Now, one of my favorite cards so far has been Andrew McCutchen. As you can see, 85 contact against right with 83 power, 78 power against left with 85 power, 83 clutch, and I love that it is well balanced all across the hitting attributes. Again, defensively, he's not elite by any means. He's a little bit of a liability, but in right field, he's going to be just fine. You can put him at left field as well, kind of try to hide him there. But his swing is very, very good. And grinding for this McCutchen is not even that bad. There's some pretty good Pirates card out there. The collection for the Pirates is pretty cheap, which definitely helps towards that Team Affinity progression. But if you would like me to make a video on how to get this Team Affinity cards done fast, let me know down in the comment section below and like this video. Another good bat that we have is Richie Sexson. He is first baseman primary, no secondary, so he's definitely going to be a first baseman or DH. 666 contact against right with 91 power, 103 contact against left with 95 power, and he does have 93 clutch. So 66 contact against righty, that's his downfall, but 93 clutch is very solid. So it kind of makes up for it. Again, I mentioned that all of these cards are going to have a weak spot, and that is his weak spot. But hey, with runners in scoring position, 93, 91 against righties, that will play. On top of that, he is 6'8", so at first base, he's going to be getting to a lot of balls. And when we look at his quirks, it's not too bad. He has that first pitch hitter, dead red, rally munker, fighter, situational hitter. He has some pretty good quirks. That's why you need to grind for Richie Sexson. And here we have Kyle Schwarber, because of course we had to mention Kyle Schwarber. 60 contact against right with 115 power, 80 contact against left with 105 power, 77 clutch. We know what he does. He hits bombs, he walks, and he strikes out. It is what it is, right? That's what you get for Schwarber, but his swing is elite and the power is as well. He's a primary left fielder with no secondary, so that's a little bit of a downfall. The other downfall is obviously the contact, but the power just makes up for it. Especially early in the year when you're going to be playing veteran and all-star, that PCI is going to be big enough for you to hit home runs. And this is a perfect leadoff guy, because when we look at these quirks, he does have breaking ball hitter, rally monkey, bad ball hitter. And on top of that, he has table setter, which performs better when no runners on. So if you lead him off, you guarantee him that first at bat, no runners are going to be on, making him a great leadoff hitter. So if you enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And let me know down in the comment section below your favorite Team Affinity card so far. I can't wait to try out some of these cards. I might have a full Team Affinity squad coming up soon. But until next time, this is YeYo, and I'm out.